Okay, good evening, Life Vantage. Welcome to another edition of Monday night's Life Vantage Opportunity Webinar. My name is Gabe Pearson, and I have the honor and privilege to walk you through an incredible opportunity. So hopefully the person that invited you to this webinar tonight was equally as excited as I'm going to be tonight, because literally it has changed my family's life. I've been with this incredible company now for over 12 years. I was in the fitness space my entire career. I mean, I started back in 1979, making $2.13 an hour plus commissions. Fast forward 20 years, I owned 3 health clubs here in Jacksonville, Florida. Basically found out the hard way that there's no money in that industry. So I walked away from the 3 health clubs and started my own personal training company, quickly morphed into a wellness company. Jill and I were doing just fine until 2009. And some of you might remember the economic debacle that this country was in back then. Kind of really cool stuff. I get a phone call, and I was invited to be a keynote speaker in Atlanta, Georgia. So Jill and I talked about it. We figured, hey, maybe we can retool our business. We can drum up new business with this speech, because I'm talking to a large corporate group about health and fitness and wellness. After my speech, a complete stranger that was a Life Vantage distributor now for a week had the courage to walk up to me and ask me if I've ever heard of this product called Protandim. And God's my witness, folks. If there wasn't 8 to 10 people waiting in line to speak to me behind her, I probably would have turned around and walked away from her. The 30 years I was in this fitness space, I've never endorsed a product. And at this particular time in my life, this one wasn't going to be the first. Okay. The next thing that came out of that woman's mouth gave Jill and I the opportunity to walk away from the fitness career and pursue this full time 22 months later. That's how big this opportunity is. So I'm hoping each and every one of you, and if you're hearing this for the very first time, welcome. If you are already involved with Life Vantage and you are a distributor, take great notes. This is exactly how I learned how to do these presentations, by hearing other people speak. So let me go ahead and share the screen, and let's get this show on the road. Okay, the very first thing that I've got to cover with each and every one of you to make sure that this presentation stays compliant. It's one of the great things I love about our company, especially being publicly traded. But basically it says, distributors' success will depend on individual diligence, work effort, market conditions. Life Vantage does not guarantee any income or rank success. These statements that I'm about to share with each and every one of you are not evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products do not intend to cure, treat, prevent, or mitigate any disease. I always like starting with what's in it for you, right? Or what's in it for me. This is our annual earnings disclosure statement. Being publicly traded, it will give you a great idea of how big this opportunity could be for you and your family. If you look at the left row, the left column, is a better word, I should say, there are 10 different ranks to the compensation plan. I am at the highest rank. I'm a Master Pro 10. The third column gives you an idea on average monthly commissions. And you can see the significance of how large it becomes as you move down the ranks. So what I did when I got started, and I'll share my why with all of you tonight. I got involved with this opportunity I saw the ABC primetime news piece. So the lady who came up and asked me if I've ever heard of a product called Protandim, she asked me, would I be willing to watch a 9-minute video on an ABC primetime investigative report? I was skeptical because as long as I've been in the health and fitness space, I've never seen a television investigating reporting program with the credibility of ABC News ever do, a positive spin on a dietary supplement. So I was hesitant, but I said, just go ahead and send it to me. When I watched that video, I was totally blown away. It was history in the making is what I was seeing. And when I saw John Quinones, we all know who he is, the reporter for that program, get his blood test results, I was literally elbowing Jill. I'm like, honey, that hasn't happened yet. That's history in the making. If we can validate this, we're on to something. So I was doing some work with the Mayo Clinic here in Jacksonville, Florida, developed a great relationship with a few doctors. I went to them for validation. And I asked them a simple question. I go, where would you go if you were going to put your name, your precious name on a product? And not one of them sent me to the University of Google to get my information. They sent me to the National Institute of Health. They just simply said, Gabe, this is where we go. Type in the name of this product in the search bar. And if you get a hit, you're on to something. We'd like to know a little bit more about it. So that's exactly what I did. So basically, folks, when they validated this for me, I just checked the validity box. If it was good enough for them, it was good enough for me. And I wanted to learn how to become a professional in this business. My why I got started in this business was simply to make $2,200 a month to keep my kids in private school. We got hit hard financially. In 2009, we lost 3 6-figure contracts in 30 days. It literally brought us to our knees. We were on the wall of worry. And the whole reason why I got started was to be able to do this as a side hustle, not to give up what I was currently doing, but to kind of weather the storm. And my goal was $2,200 a month. Never in a million years. If that lady who walked up to me after my keynote and says, Gabe, and she had a crystal ball, and she goes, this is where you're going to be 22 months later. I'm a gambling guy, all in, but I lost it all. Okay. So it's a big, big deal. So what I did looking at this average annual earning statement is I just looked down and see what I needed to make per month. And then I asked who are now my mentors, how do I get there? And for me, the $2,200 a month fell in the category of Pro 5. So if you look at the distributor ranks right there, Premier Pro 5s, now that was 12 years ago, folks. Today, Premier Pro 5s make an average of $3,100 a month. And the average time to get there within these 12 years of the company's history is 16 months, right? I was able to accomplish that in 1 month. I was hungry and I was determined. I just didn't have the stomach to go to my 6-year-old, 9-year-old and tell them mommy and daddy doesn't have the money for you to go to Riverside Presbyterian Day School. Wasn't going to happen. So I just hit the gas pedal and floored it. And this is why I got started. So I'm really looking forward to sharing all this with you. Now, where this company started, okay, I want to start with Dr. Joe McCord. He is an award-winning scientist that discovered an enzyme, a good guy, SOD. It's superoxide dismutase. It's a molecule that he discovered back in the late 60s. It's in his name. The units are in McCord units, his name. And see the little gold coin that's right there by his picture? The significance of that was monumental. You basically have to change, how we think, change the course of humanity to be able to be a recipient of that coin. Today, the coin is called the Ben Franklin Award, but back then it was the Elliott Crescent Award. And just to kind of give you an idea, he's in the same company as Madame and Pierre Curie, Alexander Graham Bell, Henry Ford, Orville Wright, Dr. McCord. You see what I'm saying? And there's others, but it helps you understand the significance. So that was monumental for me, having a world-renowned scientist put his name behind this when he discovered it. It was incredible. He's devoted his entire 40-year career fighting the effects of what's called oxidative stress. The old buzzword was free radical damage. You probably remember that name. This was reported on the ABC primetime news piece back in 2005. And what ABC News was trying to do, because what the company was claiming has never happened before. That man right there was the first man to be able to reduce free radicals, not fight them. So ABC News went in to debunk the company's claim. And on live TV, Dr. McCord did a test on him, and actually his results were actually greater than what the company claims were. The company claims is it reduces oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. And on live TV, it reduced John Quinones' oxidative stress by 45% in just 12 days. So it put the company on the map. What I want all of you to understand, this was a biotech company. You and I could have bought this product as far back as 2003 on store shelves, but nobody understood what oxidative stress was. Most people thought oxidative stress was emotional stress, and they would see the product on the shelf. And by the way, can store shelves speak? No. So if you're lucky enough to find it, reduces oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. I don't need that. I'm not stressed out. Has nothing to do with it. It's literally how and why we age on a cellular level. And this is the only product in the world that reduces that effect by 40%. What happened was from 2003 to 2009, the company never exceeded 3 million in sales, right? They just couldn't get the word out. You have a 22nd century product discovered in the 21st century. It's the most profound, most important product in the world. And that's not my quotes. That's quotes from people a heck of a lot smarter than me. And they couldn't get the word out. So the company was about ready to go belly up. Thank goodness they hired a consultant. The consultant says, come on, this is an easy fix. Take it out of the retail world. Store shelves can't speak. Put it in the oldest form of marketing, word of mouth. It grew from 3 million in sales to just under $250 million today. Just by what I am doing with all of you tonight. I love the fact that it's publicly traded, because every single thing that comes out of my mouth, you can check, right? If I say we went from 3 million in sales to just under $250 million, you can check, right? Fact check me, right? I love that. Universities, prestigious medical centers beginning self-funded. The operative word is self-funded research on our flagship product, and it's called Protandim, an NRF2 synergizer. So they spent their own dollars researching this. It's not third party, folks, where the company's paying these universities to do the research. So let's talk about what is oxidative stress. How can I effectively communicate this with all of you to understand the enormity of how detrimental it is to your body? Oxidative stress is responsible for nearly 97% of all diseases. And there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them today, 97%, right? So how do we get oxidative stress? What causes oxidative stress? And should I be concerned with it? Well, how many of you eat? How many of you breathe? How many of you are out in the sun? How many of you exercise? How many of you are around pollution and chemicals? That's how and why we age, and ultimately how and why we get diseases, okay? And what this product does is take that process, oxidative stress, and reduce it by an average of 40% in 30 days. So let's take a look at the apple. This is what most people don't understand. What sustains us in life actually takes it away. When we cut open an apple, What happens to the apple in 20 minutes? We know it starts to oxidize. It starts to turn brown. That's exactly what happens to every single human on the planet. We are breathing, right? Actually, the more oxygen you take in, I'm a trainer. I'll take you through a high intensity workout. I made you age faster, right? I'm not saying don't exercise because you die healthy, right? But that's the significance of what I'm talking about. People don't understand the biochemical processes of how we age, right? So how many people do you age? Now put your entrepreneurial cap on. You think there's an opportunity? Well, who's our market, right? So that's what I want you to understand is I want you to understand when you're out in the sun, those UV rays, they hit the retina of your eye, they hit your skin, right? That's oxidative stress or free radical damage, right? I've been telling people in my nutrition seminars for over 30 years, if you want to live longer, eat less food, because what your body can't digest, right? Your body releases those free radicals. Those free radicals damage healthy cells. It's energy, right? When it can't process that, a bad thing happens. Most people don't understand this process. So hopefully you're starting to understand the significance of what I'm talking about. How about these little boogers right here, right? 5G now, right? Wi-Fi, EMFs, detrimental to the body in the long run, right? And this is what I want you to understand why you have your entrepreneurial cap on. Go find how many products on this planet that has the capability of reducing oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. There's one. That's what I saw 12 years ago. 12 years later, there's one, right? And I'll get into how it does it in a second. It's an incredible opportunity for you and your family, right? And the way I look at it, that world-renowned scientist, that's a Ben Franklin recipient, that's only in a handful of incredible people that's changed the course of humanity. His 40 years of research, I can carve out a piece of it and put a little bit in my back pocket. That's the opportunity, right? So imagine you own a business. I don't care what kind of business it is. It's a dry cleaners. You're the only dry cleaner in the world. Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? Yeah, you're going to have headaches. You're going to have too much business, right? That's what we have, folks, right? And on top of no competition, right? What if ABC News knocks on your dry cleaner door and says, hey, Gabe, we've been hearing nothing but great things about your dry cleaners. We'd like to do a positive spin on it. Would it help you get a few more trousers and blouses? Folks, that's what we have. That's what I saw 12 years ago. And in 22 months, I was able to write my last payroll check. I spent 30 years in the fitness business, guys, and the word retirement was nowhere on the horizon. And I'm not saying that I'm retired, I'm rewired. I don't have to show up to get paid anymore. Does that make sense to you? You can operate this business anywhere in the world if you have one of these. It's that simple. Now, this slide is look what happens with uncontrolled oxidative stress. Look at all the organs. You've got your heart, right? You've got your skin, kidneys, joints, lung, brain, immune system, blood vessels, multi-organs, eyes. I said there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of diseases today. And over 96% of them has a direct correlation with oxidative stress. So what I did, it was pretty simple. Once I understood how detrimental oxidative stress was, okay, let me go find all the products that reduce it. There's one. That was massive for me from a business standpoint. Remember, tonight's meeting is opportunity. Yes, I'm going to educate you on the significance of the science. We have the privilege, I'll use that word. We have the privilege of pioneering. We're first. Think about companies that were first to market. We're first to market what's called nutrigenomics. Nutra is simply foods. Genomics is gene expression. Turns down the bad genes, turns up the good genes, right? So it's an incredible opportunity for you and your family. And now I've said this before already on this presentation tonight, no solution. Before this company, before this incredible, scientist, only LifeVantage, there was no solution to effectively lower oxidative stress. No amounts of foods and fruits and vegetables, vitamins, special antioxidant potions or antioxidants. All right. Let me explain to you what this product is and then compare it to everything else out there. First and foremost, this is our flagship product, Protandim, which comprises of 5 different plants. You can be taking all kinds of medications and you can take this. All right. There's no drug on drug interactions. And it's been around, close to 13 years. Turmeric, we all have heard of anti-inflammatory, right? Milk thistle, basically bad liver, right? Detoxifies the liver. Green tea, a thermogenic. Anybody want to increase your metabolism a little bit? How about anti-cancer? I can go on and on and on and talk about green tea. Bacopa, which is all about mental clarity and focus, and ashwagandha, which is about brain health, memory, thinking clearly, no foggy brain. What this scientist did is it's the right recipe that all 5 of these ingredients changes the chemistry. It's the synergy of the 5 ingredients that changes the chemistry that increases gene expression 18-fold. So it's 1,800% more powerful than taking turmeric by itself, green tea by itself, turmeric by itself. Okay. This is one of the 31 peer-reviewed studies on the product. And the operative word is product, not ingredients. That's in our product, right? This shows the synergy of all 5 ingredients that increases gene expression 18-fold, right? And you can see, right here, green tea and curcumin, anti-inflammatory, actually have a negative effect of trying to reduce free radicals. Silymarin, which is milk thistle, increases it a little bit. So look at it like this. I had many people tell me this before. Well, Gabe, I'm already taking green tea and I'm already taking, turmeric. I'll just go buy bacopa, ashwagandha, and milk thistle, right? No, it would work like a direct antioxidant. You can buy all 5 ingredients. And by the way, 5 ingredients separately that are extracts of the best part of the plant would actually cost more money than you would by taking the product. But for the sake of saying it doesn't, it would not act like an NRF2 activator, right? Here is what makes this product monumentally more important that you're going to want to share with everyone that you love and care for, because nobody knows this info right here. So we've all heard of antioxidants, right? You would have to eat 400 oranges a day, or 500 cups of broccoli a day, or 110 cups of blueberries, or 120 vitamin C tablets daily to do what 1 tablet does. So what are you talking about, right? Well, here's the deal. Look at this right here. Each antioxidant molecule from a dietary source. So, think of this: direct antioxidants is a dietary source, okay? They can only eliminate 1 free radical, 1 bad guy at a time. And what I want you to understand is your body makes 3 times the power of 10, 23 times. So that's 23 zeros. What is 1 at a time going to do? It would be equivalent to the building that you're in right now. The building is your body and the building's on fire. Fire is oxidative stress. And Gabe comes to the rescue with a thimble of water to try to put it out. It's insignificant. Okay. We've been We've known this for 60 plus years. You cannot eat, drink, or swallow enough of them to offset the amount of free radicals your body makes, right? Well, this flagship product, Protandim, is not a direct antioxidant. It's an activator. Those 5 ingredients flip on a pathway. Think of turning on a switch and get your body to do what it was meant to do for the first 20 years of life. And that's make more good guys. Here's how God created us, folks. First 20 years of life, nobody ages. When's the last time you saw a 17-year-old with gray hair and wrinkles walking with a cane, right? The reason why is because you have an overabundance of those good guys. Unfortunately, as we age, the good guys start to malfunction. They start to misfire. So at 20, this is what it would look like visually. These are good guys. These are bad guys. Even Steven. This is what 30 would look like. Good guys are starting to malfunction. Are you breathing every day? That means you're making free radicals. Are you eating every day? That means you're making free radicals. Are you out in the sun? Are you around pollutants? You see what I'm saying? So what happens is the good guys start to decline. The bad guys are gonna start to ravish the body. So at 30, what do we have? I can't even remember being 61. 30, we have dry skin behind the knee. This is what 40 would look like, folks. You have a liver spot on your face. This would 50 look like. Now you have gray hair. What this product unequivocally does is this. And that's what was tested on the ABC primetime news piece. So the $64,000 question, what does that mean? When me being 61, and I've been on this product for over 12 years, I have the blood of a 20-year-old. So what that means is I have the amount of good guys in my body when I was 20. So today there are dozens and dozens and dozens of universities doing studies on this incredible new science called nutrigenomics. So Protandim is not a direct antioxidant, it's an activator. So it flips on the pathway, your body starts to make what Dr. McCord discovered, that's in his name now, SOD. So SOD eliminates 1 million free radicals per second, every second, 24 hours a day. What team do you want to be on, folks? Do you want to be on the one and done team? Or do you want to be on the 1 in 1 million per second team? Can I just stop this now and go ahead and get yourself a LifeVantage ID number and share this with the world? That's what we're doing. And a lot of people says, well, Gabe, this company's been around for 12 years. How come I don't know about it? Because it's been in the research world for those 12 years. We're just now ready to get to mainstream America, and we're first. Think about, listen to me, folks. Think about companies that were first, right? Look at Coca-Cola Classic, right? They're first. Who's number 1 in sales every month? Why? Because they're first. I could go on and on and on and all kinds of different types of companies. First to market is good. First involved in this business is massively good. You with me? Okay, that's what I saw, folks. It's absolutely insane.30 are the journals and the universities that are studying this product. There are over 30 peer-reviewed studies now. And if you don't know what peer-reviewed means, it's to get something completely validated by experts in that field of study. And if one of those experts says, no-ni, 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 I don't agree, it doesn't make it into the journal, right? So that's why doctors go to the National Institutes of Health to get their information. They don't go to the University of Google, where you got a bunch of derelicts out there in their underwear at 2 o'clock in the afternoon pretending to be experts. Do you see what I'm saying? So if you want to get to the source, if you want to validate something, right, go to NIH or go to Google Scholar. And that eliminates all the old men in their underwear at 3 in the afternoon telling you that this product doesn't work. Okay. It's incredible opportunity for you and your family. I saw that, and this company has done nothing but under promise, under delivered. This is what one of the universities are saying about this incredible product. We may be on the verge of a new literature on health effects of NRF2, which is what Protandim is, which may well become the most extraordinary therapeutic and the most extraordinary preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. Folks, what else can I tell you? Massively, massively important for you and your family to be on this. It's patented, right? That was my biggest deal. I went to the Mayo Clinic doctors and I go, who's this doctor think he is that can patent turmeric? He didn't invent it. It's like trying to invent broccoli. You can't patent something you didn't invent. And they took me to the Free Radical Biology in Medicine, powerful journal that talks about that, how 5 of those ingredients changes the chemistry, increases gene expression, flipping on the pathway, right? My jaw dropped when the light bulb went off, right? So I could go on and on and on. We have more than one activator. I talked about this bad boy right here. We have our NRF1, another pathway. We have our NAD, another pathway. Look how big this anti-aging world is, over 300 billion. You think you could carve out a little bit of that because that's the only product in the world that reduces oxidative stress. Now, our other products, skincare, Nerf2 technology, hair care, Nerf2 technology. Heck, we even have a product for your pets, Nerf2 technology. We're first to market, folks. So we've got an incredible variety of products that you can build a massive business with, whether it's skincare, weight loss, hair care, energy, or pet care, and now our body care. It's just incredible to be able to share with all of you. This is our corporate headquarters. We're nearly 13 years old now. We're headquartered in Utah. The company now is debt-free. Everything that I'm telling you, folks, you can go to LFVN and you can read everything about this company. What I love about the company is you have these incredible board members. These are executives from Coca-Cola, Airbnb, Amazon, S.E. Johnson. Our newest board member is Erin Brockovich. Do you remember her, the movie Erin Brockovich? From an environmental standpoint, we want to make sure that everything we're putting on our body or how it's made is environmentally sound, right? That's why she's on board. So it's incredible. When Jill and I started with this company, folks, listen to me. There was one country. The company was doing 3 million in sales. There was 3 studies, not 31. We had 1 patent, not 7. Today, we have 24 countries. We've watched this company grow. This company is in position to be in over 100 markets, and we're only in the 20s. Folks, jump on board. There's nowhere to go but grow. Yes, it's hard work. Anything that you do in life, any kind of success that you're going to have in life, guess what? You got to work your tail off. Nothing is going to be given to you. It's an opportunity. But what you do, you start as small as I did. And that was a pretty hefty goal, by the way. I was scared to death. I couldn't sleep at night. My goal was $2,200 a month. You know what our New Year's resolution is for Jill and I? Our goal is 2 million a year, going from 2,200 a month to 2 million a year. You can make more money than me. Just go and build a bigger business than I have. It's that simple. This is what I want you to understand. Timing is very important. Just like real estate, it's location, location, location. This is where LifeVantage is right about now. It's not, this is our symbol, but we're right about here now, right? This second green line represents 600 million in revenues. We're at like 230. All right. So we've got a ways just to get there. This purple star that you're looking at is what's called critical mass. In the network marketing arena, critical mass means your business is going to grow threefold. So if you're building a network is what you're doing. If you have 100 people in your network, it grows to 300. Momentum grows eightfold. It grows 80%. So if you have 100, it goes to 800. You're before that, folks. Anything after momentum, All right. I call that the too late phase, right? It's the stabilization. Companies are growing 2 to 4%. It's the too late phase. Go find another opportunity, right? Like Bitcoin back in 2008 or 2007, something like that. I don't know if that was a good analogy because I don't know anything. I don't know anything about it, right? So it's this S curve is Peter Drucker's S curve, a world economist. Every company in the world goes through that S curve. So look where we're at, folks. People say, oh, it's too late, Gabe. You're at the top of the company. What are you talking about? We got 60,000, approximately 60,000 distributors in the US. Think of a small little city that has 60,000 in the US and the rest of this country, there's no distributors. You see what I'm saying? Look at this slide. This is an old slide too. I think it came out in 2019. Never in history have people ever been more concerned with their health. By the way, this is before the pandemic, right? 60% plus increase in wellness sales over the last 8 years. Look where wellness is, folks. 35%, just blowing everything out of the water. What do you think the wellness thing is now after a pandemic, after 2 years? You think people are concerned about their health? You think they want a stronger immune system, right? How many people you know that breathe? How many people you know that eat? Look where the category is right here, right? It's a picture perfect scenario. All right. So what's in it for you? How can you take advantage of this? Well, because now we have social media. So you have these companies helping you build your business exponentially faster, right? When I started building my business, it was elbow to elbow, kneecap to kneecap. If I wanted to go to New York to have a team in New York, I'd have to fly up there. That was money. I had to feed myself. I had to stay somewhere, right? Now, you can do it with the confines of your own home. You follow me? Incredible opportunity, right? It's a perfect meld, right? It's a laptop lifestyle. It's social sharing. Think about the business part. No brick and mortar, right? No physical locations, no assets, no inventory. It doesn't cost you hardly anything to operate your business. And you have a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week online business. People ask me what I do today. I have a global wellness company, right? And I can build my business as quickly as I want or as slowly as I want. All right. So if any of you went out and bought a business, right? My first health club cost me $500,000 in 1987. Right? I didn't have $500,000, I had to borrow it. Worst thing, or it's called a personal guarantee. If I didn't pay the $20,000 lease on that health club, guess who's coming after my home? The bank, right? There's 2 ways to get started with LifeVantage. $299. You're just buying product. Listen to me, folks. There's absolutely no risk. You spent $300, you're going to get $500 worth of product. That's what you're getting. You're buying all that product right there, all 3 activators, the anti-aging cream, our probiotic, and our energy, all right, below wholesale. Worst case scenario, you become healthier. You make no money, but you become healthier if you don't open your mouth, right? No risk. It's a one-time investment, right? The second pack is the pack that I came on. It's the $9.99 pack. It's a bigger bang for your buck. Right? You're getting $1,900 with product. So you're getting nearly $1,000 with product, where the first one you get about $170 with product. Plus, I want to try everything, right? But my mentors taught me, because I asked this question, which way to come in? I thought it was a joke, by the way, to come in at $1,000 and own your own global business, right? After spending $500,000 earlier, right? And they said, Gabe, you want to come in the elite pack, the $9.99 pack, because you're creating the right behavior. Because if you see this number right beside the $9.99, that's how you build your business. And as you move up the totem pole, right, you move up the ranks in revenues, right? The other pack was $250 in what's called personal volume. So you'd have to literally enroll 3.5 people versus, 1 person here. And most business people understand that there is absolutely no risk, because you're spending $1,000 of your money at below wholesale and you're getting 1,900. Even if you didn't take any of it, you could sell all that product and make your money double or triple if you sell it retail. You see what I'm saying? So there's absolutely no risk. All right. So I had 3 different questions, right? What's the cost of getting started? And I just told you, either $299 or $999. Second was, how do I get my money back? Right. And the third was, what's the cost of doing business? Right. So if you enroll 3 of your friends, these are people that you want to travel with, have fun with, and make money with, you've got your money back. That's simple. I was lucky enough to have 3 of my friends ready to go. I made my money back in 38 minutes. And by the way, folks, I'm not ashamed to say this today, but at 50 years old, 12 years ago, I had asked my mother for her credit card to get started because Jill and I didn't have the money. And I was able to give her her money back, right, within a week's time. Think about that for a second. All right. So you're going to make 40%, right, on that $850. So you're making $340 for those 3 people. So let's say you came in on the Platinum Pack, the $999, and you got people that you want to travel with, have fun with, and make money with coming the same way you did. You've now got your investment back, plus some. You're operating in the black already, right? And the last question that I had was, what's the cost of doing business? Because opening up a brick and mortar business like a health club it's like shoveling money into a black hole. I've never gotten it back, right? It costs too much to operate, right? I mean, just my payroll for our wellness company, not the health club, just payroll for a wellness company when we had 18 employees, about 50,000 a month, right? 200 a month here. I'm like, what? No way. No way. So here's what the company, remember, we don't get paid. The company don't get paid until products are being sold. So if you have a 200 in what's called personal volume, and the definition of personal volume are products that you consume and products that you sell to your friends. You have to invest a minimum of 1 bottle of Protandim NRF2, which is $50. And then you can go out and have 160 in customers, right? So you don't have to, the company's not telling you to spend $200 a month out of your pocket, right? When you very first start off, you just have to spend 50. So for all your business people out there, at the end of each month, you have your appointment with your accountant. What if your fixed cost was $50? What would your bank account look like? Welcome to the world of network marketing. It's 3rd generation, by the way. It's not 1st generation. This is a completely, reformed, bigger business that you can ever imagine. So this is what I want you to understand. If you want to maximize the comp plan, have a minimum of 200. And as you move up the ranks, by the way, I'm a Master Pro 10, it still stays 200. They don't gouge you here and there. If your personal volume is only 100 to 199, you're going to give up 10%. You're not maxing out the comp plan. And by the way, there's 8 ways to get paid. This is just one, right? When you enroll somebody. If you have less than 100, listen to me, you're working for free. You're not getting paid. This is a legitimate business, folks. All right. It's simple, but it's difficult because you're dealing with people. I'm not going to get into the 8 different ways, of how we get paid, but I will go into what really stood out to Jill and I, because we've been business owners our entire careers, is the 4% global revenue sharing. The 20 years that we owned health clubs, not 1 year did we have money at the end of the year to take a dividend check. The cost of doing business just outweighed the amount of cash we had coming in, right? So when you hit Pro 7 in our business, when your business is doing 100,000 a month, and by the way, you're not doing it yourself. You could have 4 people on your team doing 25. You could have 10 people on your team doing 10,000. Now you're going to start sharing in worldwide revenues. And notice I didn't say profits. I said revenues. So when you're Pro 5, look at the bottom of the screen right here. You're going to share in 1% of worldwide revenues. When you hit Pro 8, which is 200,000 of volume, that check gets bigger because there's no Pro 7s in that check, right? Only 8s, 9s, and 10s. When you hit Pro 9, you're sharing in 3% of worldwide revenues. That check's a lot bigger than the 8 check, right? And then when you hit Pro 10, you're sharing in all 4% of global revenue sharing. And that check is massively bigger than the 9. Now, just because I'm a 10 doesn't mean I don't get the 9, don't get the 8, and don't get the 7. I get all 4. You with me? And the compensation plan is robust. Think of it like this. I gotta watch the time. Once you become what's called an elite distributor or a Pro 7, 48 cents of every dollar comes back to you. So think about what you do for a living. If you're a salesperson, you're a real estate person, whatever, you get 40% of what you sell, over 40%. So look at these. When you hit Pro 7, you're making an average of 13,000 a month. You're in the top 2% of income earners. When you're a Pro 8, you're making 25,000 a month, right? You're in the top 1%, right? Look at the 9s and 10s. It's massively. You can start out at Pro 3, right? Let's say, for example, you're not on pace to retire right now and you're looking for some retirement help, a side hustle. All right. Do you think an extra $600 a month will help? You can start putting that away, get you out of debt, right? Maybe save for college, right? What if you thought a little bit bigger than that? Would an extra $3,100 help now to catch up on retirement, if that's what you're looking for, or maybe buy a second home, right? And folks, what I want you to understand, part-time. And it's not getting in the way of what you're currently doing. You can spend 1 or 2 hours a week from the confines of your own home on a laptop like this or a smartphone and just sending some info to people. All right. So I shared with you the 7s, right? That's 13,000. You know, it's massively, massively bigger than you can ever imagine. All right. So the 64,000 questions, can I do this? Folks, we do 2 things with LifeVantage as a distributor. We get customers and we get customer getters, right? Distributors, right? LifeVantage does everything else for us. From a business standpoint, we don't have to worry about customer distributor support. We don't have to worry about buying an app and then building the app, right? From an AI standpoint. And our app is artificial intelligence. We don't have to put together trainings. We don't have to do anything, right? Get customers, get customer getters. Can you do that, right? Make an investment of time and effort, all right, to create a second source. All right. Never depend on a single income. Warren Buffett says it best. If you're not making money while you sleep, right, you're going to work for the rest of your life. The richest people in the world build networks. Everyone else has a job, right? So in closing, thank the person who invited you tonight. Because they thought enough of you. You've got the right list of ingredients that we're looking for, right? Let them know that you want to jump on this opportunity because you have a few people that you want to bring on next Monday night, right? Same time, same ID, to share this incredible opportunity with, right? Become a distributor. If this business isn't for you at this particular time in your life, do you want to kill one bad guy at a time, or you want to kill 1 million per second, every second, 24 hours a day, right? Become a customer, right? And obviously, if you need more information, get with the person that invited you, and they'll give you the information that you are looking for. All I know is I saw the science. I had an entrepreneurial mindset to have a opportunity to to go into a business where there's no competition. And I had an ABC primetime news piece as my commercial. And all I had to do was point guide direct to that video and then put them on the phone with somebody that was smarter than me. I thought that was pretty simple, and it changed my life. I was able to walk away in 22 months. At 22 months, folks, Jill and I, we were at Elite Pro 8, right? 200,000 a month in revenue, averaging around 20,000 a month, not 25. The company has grown, right? Imagine what the income disclosure statement is going to look like when we're at half a billion. What's the income statement going to look like when we're at 50 countries instead of 24 countries? You see what I'm saying? We get a piece. We just opened the Philippines last month. I just got a raise. When I went to bed last night, remember what I said about Warren Buffett? When I went to bed last night, I made money in the Philippines. I made money in Hong Kong. I made money in Australia, Thailand, Taiwan, Southeastern Hemisphere, Southern Hemisphere. When I woke up this morning, I'm making money in the Northern Hemisphere, Europe, Mexico, the United States, because of worldwide revenues, making money 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And the most important fact that I want to share with each and every one of you tonight, this is our first time in the business, and we are nobody special. I'm just teachable and coachable. So if you're teachable and coachable and you're looking for something, but you don't know what you're looking for, you found the freaking motherlode. That's all I can tell you. Just be teachable and coachable, because this business is not about you like traditional business is. Think about what you've accomplished in your lifetime. Every accolade, every award, every degree, everything's because of what you've done, right? It's because you. This business is not about you. It's about teaching people to teach people to teach people. So they're two different identities. You can't put a square peg in a round hole. Square peg being traditional business, round hole being network marketing, right? That's why so many people try to do that and they go, oh, it doesn't work. Are you kidding me? This is our first time in the industry, and we're master pro 10s. You saw that income, what master pro 10s make with LifeVantage, and we're nobody special. So if you're looking for ways to catch up on retirement or getting out of debt or starting a savings account for your kids' college or to pay off the college debt, whatever it is, this is something that's not going to interfere with what you're currently doing. And that's the biggest thing I can tell you right now. And to have no competition is like starting on second base in baseball, right? You know what the object is in baseball is a score. You're not in the dugout. You don't have to go up to the bat to get a hit to get to first base. You're starting on second base when there's no competition. So with that said, this is Master Pro 10 Gabe Pearson. We will see you next Monday night, sharing this incredible opportunity with everyone that you love and care for. Everyone have a great night.